Welcome back. I like to play with the view pulled back as far from my avatar as possible. I used to like to play with a very up close perspective, but you don't see as many ability tokens and you don't see as much of the field around you. So during honey storms, you're more likely to miss tickets. You can zoom in using the I button on your keyboard. You can zoom out using the O button, and you can always use the scroller on your mouse to zoom in or zoom out. While I used to use that scrolled in view, I also used the arrow keys to change directions with the way I was moving in the game. But now I use my WASD keys and the scrolled out view, and I think that it has markedly improved my gameplay, so I recommend you try it. In the first few hours of the game, you'll want to check your badges tab frequently because they complete really quickly at the start. As you can see, the quest badge was completed with just 10 quests. That hardly took any time at all. I'm pretty sure we've been playing for less than an hour. With this badge, you get 5 tickets, and you get 25% more container space. So we finished Black Bear's Bamboo Field quest. We need to turn that in and get the next quest. We also have Royal Jelly that we're going to want to use. We don't have any yet, but gifted bees are very helpful. They give you a bonus to your entire hive, and the basic bee gives you plus 20% pollen. A gifted rad bee will give you plus 10% red pollen. A gifted bumblebee will give you plus 20% to blue bomb pollen. The rascal bee gives you plus 20% to red bomb pollen, if gifted, but unfortunately we haven't gotten any gifted bees yet. It's time to feed treats because the more bond bees have, the stronger they are and the better they are at getting us further along in the game. And checking out that royal jelly, we discovered a new type, the exhausted bee. The exhausted bee has the buzz bomb, which collects 5 pollen from 13 surrounding flowers. It also produces a token link that collects nearby tokens and grants you 25 honey. Luck can increase the amount of that honey though. Exhausted bees love pineapple. That's the treat to feed them. Since we've been playing for an hour, it's time to use the honey dispenser. Now, if we'd managed to get a gifted exhausted bee, there would be a plus 15% to white pollen. It's time to start working on our beetle battle quest. And a good place to begin that is the clover field because you do have a ladybug and a rhino beetle. And we get to see the production of the first link token. right here by this piece of clover. A link token is basically a white disk with black lines radiating from the center that don't meet at the center. I don't know how closely you've been paying attention to the bottom left of the screen, but that's where the buffs from the ability tokens show up as little square icons, and the bombs and the boosts do stack. So you'll see a little ×2 or more later as we have more bees and more tokens. And they can stack up to 10 times the bomb and the boost tokens. I do have to give a shout out to my friend Derek JB. I'm not playing there yet, but he does let me play on his private VIP server, which is very kind of him, so thank you, JB. As you may have noticed, I'm not focusing on Black Bear's Red Pollen quest just yet. We're working on the beetle battle, and once we get further into the red pollen, as we're working on the beetle battle, once it's closer to completion, I will then focus on the red pollen quest. Normally, I advise you to be very strategic about what quests you're doing first. But the thing is it's a game. You're supposed to have fun. So if you feel like doing one quest before another, do that. You're supposed to have fun with it. And strategy can wait. You can take a back seat just for this one time, this one quest, this whatever. You don't have to follow any of my recommendations. I just like to tell you what I think is most helpful. The red pollen quest asks for 5,000 red pollen. It's more pollen than our pollen container can hold. So it's time for an upgrade. The canister is the very best pollen container available for sale in the noob shop. We have enough honey left over to upgrade our pollen collection tool to the vacuum, the very best pollen collection tool in the noob shop. I'm looking forward to getting to the intermediate shop and having more and better equipment be available very soon. The seedling that sprouted is in the spider field, and the vicious bee is also in the spider field. So let's talk strategy. It's very important when fighting the vicious bee to stand as close to the vicious bee as you can without getting impaled on her spikes. If you aren't close enough to Vicky the vicious bee, your bees won't attack her. They will start producing red boosts and blue boosts and pollen bombs and not attacking her. So you need to make sure that you're close enough to her that your bees are doing their jobs. Some bees, of course, are going to produce tokens anyway. You'll get some link tokens, focus tokens, rage tokens, haste tokens, and if when you get your own vicious bee, there will be vicious bee spike tokens. So if you're producing anything having to do with pollen gathering, you're not close enough to Vicky the vicious bee. and you just want to avoid the red spots. The red spots are going to be where the spikes will be. If you avoid the red spots, you're probably going to be safe. Good luck. You have to have 250 stingers in order to get your very own vicious bee. The stingers do have another use. They can be used disposably during a battle as an attack tool. However, if you really want a vicious bee, don't waste them. We've defeated our first vicious bee and received our first stinger. I hope you're enjoying Bee Swarm and these videos as much as I am. If you found them useful or helpful or enjoyed them, please click like, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll address it in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Bye now.